first. Laker yellow Lambo, Laker yellow Riley, Laker yellow 911, Laker yellow Miami. What a time to be alive. You know what I'm saying? Like you can feel it in the air, bro. Like Frederick Douglass gave a long speech, and it was a beautiful, beautiful speech about how it's hard for foundational Black Americans to really ingratiate ourselves because I don't even want to go down that route right now. Shout out to great Frederick Douglass. Point is, I'm not excited that 4th of July is coming up. I'm excited about everybody else's excitement around me and the atmosphere. And just like how people just got like so much going on where they just celebrate and it's the middle of the summer. Could 4th of July have fallen on a better time? Like, I'm going to get into the sports, but it just dawned on me. Could the birth of this nation have fallen on a better time? Could you imagine? And I'm a Aquarius. Shout out all my January babies. Could you imagine 4th of July in January? Could you imagine 4th of July trying to compete with Christmas? 4th of July trying to compete with Thanksgiving? The perfect time for 4th of July only could have been May, June, or July. Middle of spring, early summer type that. You feel me? Like, this was the perfect time. Having said that, now let's move forward. Shout out to everybody celebrating 1776, July 4th, birth of a nation, everything like that. Shout out to everybody. Let's get into this real quick, bro. Because I'm, like I said, it's a time to be alive. I start that caption by saying, so much information. If you're a creator to talk about, you could just ramble on all day. And there's a lot of established creators. I'm gonna try something different. They chop their live streams up, and then they snippet their own joints, or they what do they call it? They clip their own pieces. I don't got time to do that, and I don't got no super fans yet to like clip me. I don't. One thing about it, if I do a short, I limit it to where you can only do the audio. But if I do a live screen, you can clip all that. Clip it. Shit, make what you want to make up. Make it more. I'm cool with that, but it's my hard work that I put into my shorts and editing that I'm not gonna let you just repost and like I don't. One thing about YouTube, if I could do away with anything, first of all, shout out to YouTube for only giving likes on the shorts. I don't know when they started that, but it's a campaign of these bozos that go around just disliking. They'll get together conglomerates, 1,000 deep, 100 deep, or whatever, just to dislike to make sure you don't get into the algorithm. So big time for YouTube. I don't know if they only experiment with the shorts on that, but stopping that campaign of bozos. You feel me? Because we live in a world where the disingenuous folks outnumber the genuine people. We're not even talking about robots. We're just talking about squares. You feel me? Like, one of my favorite movies coming up was a movie called Crybaby with Johnny Depp. And the squares have overtaken the cool people. And I'm not talking about like you're living a ratchet life or a thug life or gangster life. I'm just talking about you know who you are. You're confident in your skin. You love your identity. You don't have to appropriate yourself with the masses or be a follower. Cultural relevantism doesn't take hold to you. You're not beholden to that. The pop culture. Because you are the pop guy. In real life, the hell with this streaming shit. Anyway, shout out to the folks that did say hello and giving likes at the time. I seen one like, but I seen a thumbs up regardless, and I appreciate that. Now let's get into this these Lakers, man, because it's like I said. Oh, the point that I was giving segue to say was I'm gonna do multiple streams instead of do a long stream. I know it's like how many people attention span you could keep or whatever. I don't know even know how many people are real people that get online anymore. But with that said, I'm going to get into it with the Lakers. Let's talk about the Lakers. I call them the 1966 Kentucky Wildcat Lakers. If you want to know anything significant about the Kentucky Wildcats in 1966, that's the first team to lose to a black integrated team. They lost to Texas Southern or something like that. And I wanted to do so many shorts, and I might do it, but it's going to take a long time, and it's easy to just get online and share my ideas rather than just. That's why I like shorts. I'm so encouraged about them taking away the dislike button because it's disrespectful that I could spend an hour or 2 hours on a short fucking editing my ass off, doing my thing, just for a group of peons to say, well, fuck it, we just like this. Like peon behavior. Like if you don't like it, just go to the next thing. Like that's what YouTube is basically telling you, bozos. If you don't like it, go to the next thing. To go out your way to dislike, you a special kind of hater. So anyway, the Lakers, man. I'm seeing all kind of comments talking about the Los Angeles Fighting Irish. I'm seeing if it ain't well something I was already thinking I'm gonna incorporate in my stream. If it ain't like some folks saying they not gonna go to a Laker game, they ain't going if it ain't snowing. So it's gonna be snowing. I'm gonna do me a whole skit with me like somebody. I probably do that. I don't know. That's kind of I don't got no extra guys to like play role play, but I would wanted to put me a jacket on and play like them guys that play multiple characters. Haha Davis used to do it, I think. And somebody said, man, where you going? I'm like, man, I'm going to the Lakers game. Nigga like, yo, man, it's April in LA, bro. What are you doing? It's March in LA. Bro, it's gonna be snowing. And I wanted to do me a little stream called the Los Angeles Blizzard. Matter of fact, I was gonna come on to this live stream and I was gonna be like, Alexa, when is the last NBA team starting three white guys to win a championship? Cause I really need to know that. I was gonna ask Google that shit, but I said that's kind of redundant. I'm almost willing to bet my life. I'm talking about my literal life. Shout out to the nigga that took his life away. You a super special kind of hate. No, 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 don't give it back. Keep it. It means a lot more to you than it means to me. Trust me. Anyway, I would have asked Alexa, hey, yo, when is the last... No, I'm dead ass serious. I think the funny thing about life is I was watching this thing with Byron Allen, right? And this guy told this crazy joke. It was similar to the guy who tells the racist jokes, whatever his new name is. You know that guy who tried to get attention with his race baiting, right? He got attention. Kevin Hart gave him a full stage for him to blow up. This is my point. The guy is not talented, not funny. He just says stupid shit. But I'm going to tell you how you can make a racist joke funny. Because I heard a similar joke, but the guy crafted it in such a manner. See, it's all about the layout of the joke, how you deliver. It's about delivery. So a guy was talking about he's 6'8". And so he's like on this Byron Allen Talk with the Comic show. Shout out to Byron Allen. That show been around, but he's starting it ever since they canceled Colbert. He got that slot now, right? So that's a chance for Byron Allen to pull on. I love a Byron Allen type of person because he's a guy who get to really be himself. He loves his white woman. He has biracial kids. But that's what I'm trying to tell you. Us black people, we're not naive to say, oh, look at that brother, man. Look at that. Oh, even look at that black woman. She married to... We don't live like that. We want to know, are you doing solid by your people still? That's why we love Dave Chappelle. Because Dave Chappelle married to a non-black. Like, this life, you only get one life. Who far be it for us to tell you, man, you must marry a black woman. You must marry a woman. Live your fucking life. This one, we can guess and hope that there's, what do you call that? Reincarnation. We can hope there's reincarnation, but that's just a hope and a prayer. Reality is, you're here right now. And even if there is reincarnation, you might be reincarnated with no legs and no arms. You might be reincarnated as a cockroach, a cocker spaniel. You might be a literal cock, just a breathing cock on somebody's neck, like an abscess or something, some living microorganism. Who knows what you're going to be in the next life? It depends and probably predicated on how you live this one. Nevertheless, the point that I'm making is, so, damn, bro, I almost lost my point. I said snowing. So this guy delivers a joke. He says it like this. First of all, let me tell you, I'm gonna do something kind of boring. I'm gonna tell you the joke, and then I'm gonna tell like the setup. So, or the punchline rather. So this guy, I can't even think of his name. I'm glad I can't think of his name because I don't want to give him no airtime. But Kevin Hart, being the guy he is, gave this guy a platform to try to blow himself up when he could never blow his own self up. So he recently had a Netflix, and nobody got on Netflix ass about giving him a platform because Kevin Hart made it okay. So that was like, anyway. Point is, before I get into the politics of it, the guy says, "Oh, black guys, they hate little baby chickens because they just hate parenthood." Matter of fact, that leads segue to bring another topic up, but I want to speak on this. So he didn't. It wasn't no punchline. It wasn't no setup. It was just blatant foolishness. Like if you want to just, I could just say black people love collard greens, but then I gotta been around black people to know they love collard greens. Oh, black people love some fried chicken, but a white man owns KFC. A white man owns Popeye. A white man owns Church's Chicken. White man owns Chick-fil-A. Should I continue? I will continue. So, but black people love some chicken though. Let them folks tell it. They love chicken too. They just don't like the way they cook it. Having said that, this guy told a joke so damn funny about black absentee fathers. And first of all, it's a horrible myth because like I know some white kids grew up horrible, still growing up horrible, and I see it every day. But if you want to run with stereotyping, you want to make a joke of it, you gotta give a funny setup. So this guy came in, and how you do it is you build a person up. It's like you build somebody up to tear them down. He said, "Man, I'm 6'8". He said, people always ask me, he said, he was cracking on short guys at first. He said, "I hate short guys. They make me feel weird like a woman." Well, matter of fact, I'm mixing them up with an Asian guy because the Asian guy had that joke too. But the point is, he said that people always ask if I play basketball. And yeah, I did play basketball. He said I played with a bunch of black guys. And he said I was the only white guy on the team for an Oakland team, right? So you looking like, okay. He said, "Well, I don't want to say I played for a black team. I got to watch my black teammates play." So he started cracking on himself a little bit. That's the setup of the joke. He's like, "I wasn't good at these guys. They tall and I'm tall, but I couldn't do what they could do." He said, "So one day we go to play this Mormon school." And he said, "I'm feeling so sorry for these kids because," and mind you, now you're starting to resonate. You're starting to kind of see the joke, but you don't see what's going. It's like white guy. He's the only white guy on his full black basketball team. He know they about to destroy these white boys. So he's like, these kids look so happy-go-lucky and stuff. So he was like, before they can like recognize what was going on, they looked up and was like, "Man, they're up by 40." But that's not the joke. He said, so when they looked like they was going to feel like discouraged, and they was like, "Well, I'm just happy my parents are here." And that was funny to deliver. Oh, that was on rolling. I'm like, this bitch so fucked up. Because this is how the setup of the joke goes without actually telling you the joke again. He cracked on himself at first. He showed the deficiencies that he may have as a white guy. "I'm not as fast as these black guys. I'm tall and athletic, well, enough to be on a team, but at least I have my shit together at home." That was the joke. Now, stereotype, hell yeah, it's a stereotype. True? Hell no, it's not true. But, oh my bad, pardon me. When I'm in the gist, like I said, this is a beautiful time to be alive. There's a lot of content to talk about. Matter of fact, you know what, I'm not going to do y'all like that. Even if it's robots. I was going to say I don't have time to really, like, get into the mesh of, like, the talk. Well, I'm going to just ignore y'all for right now anyway. I ain't got to... When I start getting, like, stable followers or consistent followers, a staple of followers, then I'll do that. But just what they call it, one-off people that just come and they just say, "Let me look for a good time," or robots or whatever the case may be. I can't play into that. I'm sorry, I just can't. Anyway, but I wish you the best of luck and happy 4th of July. Having said that, though, so that was a good setup. So back to this Lakers shit. I wanted to say, Alexa, Google, when is the last time 3 starters that was white? I would almost even argue 2. But I could definitely say 3. I could think of like when we think about the white greats that played the game, we know Larry Bird, obviously. But we usually think of Europeans like Dirk Nowitzki. We think of Vlade Divac, Hedo Turkoglu, the Turkish Michael Jordan. These is the guys that come to your mind. Luka, What's name had Buzz? Not Marco. I'm about to say Marco Rubio. You know that little Spanish kid played for the Minnesota T Wolves. Whatever his name is, as a kid, he was the first like kid balling out. So my thing is this. All in all, bruh, I don't recall ever in the history two major or two team leaders being Caucasian persuasion, Anglo-Saxon, European, whatever you want to identify as non-black, let's put it like that, to lead the team. To have three, let me tell you something. This goes back into yesterday what we was talking about. The business of sports. This is, I hate to admit it, I don't want to say it. Because I'm a Laker fan and I'd rather us win rather than just be a fucking I don't even know what we're doing. We like running a welfare joint, but nevertheless, it's DEI. This is white DEI for the Lakers, and it is beautiful marketing. This is post LeBron James. Kobe can't come sit courtside to sell no tickets. Shaq is just too rich to be dealing with that bullshit. So how do we rebrand this team? I hope this doesn't become a trend. I wish us nothing but the success because I'm a real Laker. Been loving the Lakers before Kobe got there, before Shaq got there. It's just a matter of, it's just, I don't know. I would think white people would agree with me because white people love. One thing about these white people you learn in life, especially you watch sports channels like me. I watch all the YouTube sports guys. They be knowing their shit as far as the. Now I disagree wholeheartedly with a lot of what they be saying, but as far as them knowing the dynamics of the game, oh, they got it down pat. It's white people that's mad about this shit. Like, what are we supposed to do? Can you imagine the NFL having white quarterback, white wide receiver, white running back? I'm talking about all on the same team. We can have our Christian McCaffreys, whether you classify them as a running back or a receiver. Obviously, white quarterbacks prevailed the longest in the NFL, even though smart GMs, they give the black guys a chance because they see. I don't even know. I almost want to say Michael. Mind you, black quarterbacks been around forever. Like, what his name is? Doug Martin or Doug Williams is the first to win like a Super Bowl as a black quarterback. We had our Warren Moons, who was the man. Warren Moon, think about what LeBron's doing. Low key, somebody need to give Warren Moon his flowers like a whole doc. I would watch a Warren Moon documentary. If I had a team to really put this shit together and I could just give them like little nuances on what I want them to speak on, I'd do a Warren Moon documentary. Warren Moon is the first Cam Newton, first Michael Vick, first Donovan McNabb, first Dante Culpepper. He's the first all of that. First Byron Leftwich. Warren Moon is the first LeBron James. The man played until he was about 45. NFL, y'all thought, and mind you, Tom Brady did it in the soft-ass NFL. Warren Moon did it in the blind side, knock your ass out, put you on conscience. NFL, Warren Moon did that. So we think about the Warren Moon. I want to give a shout out to Michael Bledsoe. Michael Bledsoe, let me tell you something about Michael Bledsoe real quick. A lot of people know two Bledsoes. They know Eric Bledsoe that played basketball in the league. They know Drew Bledsoe, that white guy that played for the Patriots, was the starter before Tom Brady took over. And I'm talking about Michael Bledsoe, pardon me, Michael Bishop, just done. Michael Bishop had I don't like that you play the pause game, but let's just play the deepest arm you ever damn seen. Like, Michael Bishop can throw off his back leg 80 yards. Look up Michael Bishop, just in case you don't know. He was on the roster. And how I know this? Because I'm a millennial from the video game era. When I used to have my 49ers with J.J. Stokes, Marcus Levy, I think his name is, Kenneth Norton Jr., Ken Norton Jr. playing linebacker with 49ers. Point is, Michael Bishop, you know how when you playing sports games, I need the motherfucker back then that can get up out this pocket. We've been playing like that since Sega and shit. We've been playing like that. Super Nintendo, before PlayStation. we was like trying to scramble because that's how we play in real life. We've always played like that. I ain't no sitting in the pocket, standing in no damn pocket like a statue, getting sacked and shit. I can't process this shit fast enough. All these niggas can't get open fast enough. Either way, I need to buy time. So Michael Bishop, I would get Michael Bishop. But what I didn't know, because he couldn't run that fast, but what I didn't know was, hell no, I ain't hiding sweaty. I'm in the AC, brother. You don't see no sweat on me, brother. What you see is melatonin, bruh. That's why you can see the shine. You see this light right here, shine? It's a beautiful thing, man. I'm a child of the sun, bro. Children of the sun. I could be in the sun all day and won't get cancer, brother. Children of the sun. I got what some folks go lay in a tanning salon and pay for, brother. I got what? I'm 2 shades darker than Hulk Hogan before he died. And he was a racist. And he spent his whole life. Have you ever went to a bodybuilding competition, brother? You see any guys, even this is baby blue. You see anybody remotely this complexion? I'm not talking about their race. I'm talking about when they take stage and they want their body to show how toned it is. What complexion do they try to get? I'm not, see, the thing about America, America just won't let you be human. But when they remind you of your race and you show that you step on them or whatever, they like, oh my God, it's hard to digest. Don't bring up race. I'm perfect. Listen, I know I'm black. I live my life happy. I know I'm black every time I gotta urinate. I can never forget that I'm black every time I got it. I know I'm black every time I get a woman naked in the bed and I'm trying to cut the lights off so she don't get intimidated before I get naked. That's what the hell I'm talking about. I know I'm black. But when you remind me and I have to remind you what makes this blackness so great and make me so proud of it, y'all getting y'all feelings. It's like you lived your life to try to degrade the next person because you're not happy with your life. Just go ahead and be honest with yourself. You wish you was me. And if you don't, you wish you was somebody look like me or somebody of this. But you just got to embrace your life, brother. Embrace. That's all it's about, bro. Just embrace. So, to answer your question, no, I'm not hot and sweaty. But I'm glossing right now. My skin is vibrant. Maybe he's born with it. I could do an Oil of Olay commercial. But what the hell ever happened to Oil of Olay? Like, remember that shit? Maybe she's born with it. I got a question wrong on Jeopardy yesterday. I was so pissed. I think it was Summer's Eve. I said my answer was Summer's Eve. But it was like, what commercial shows the crocodile, whatever animal, reptile walking away? Somebody ended up saying alligator. I would even bet the differ. Like, they need to go back and change that answer in Jeopardy. That was a crocodile on that commercial. But who's to say who got the most driest skin and whatnot? But I was like, is that a Summer Eve or Oil of Olay commercial? Then the catchphrase, maybe she's born with it. So you just reminded me of that when you asked if I was sweating. You don't see not one single sweat coming out of any sweat gland on me. All you see is a vibrant face that shines, full of melanin, full of life, full of handsomeness, full of beauty. I know. It's a beautiful thing. Now, I'm going to continue the sports talk. Then I'm going to do another stream where I give my review on the verses. Because that is very big. I got to get into the verses. I've been stalling because I just been on this cloud 9. Well, first of all, I just want to do this on this part since this is like a low stream thing. I don't never try singing. Like, I never... Shout out Bone Thugs and Harmony. Like, y'all youngest would never know Bone Thugs and Harmony. It's 4 members, 5 members. All of them should be the Mount Rushmore of what you consider rap today. As far as the harmony into music and dudes feeling comfortable. When that era came, mind you, Bone Thugs went against the grain and they did it and they had success. And we loved them out the hood. But real Negroes, we was scared. And not saying Bone Thugs, all them Negroes real. Shout out Busy Bone. Busy Bone probably the first rapper I ever heard talk about molestation and hit real topics that you niggas scared to talk about, scared to touch, scared to admit, etc., etc. So shout out Busy. But point that I'm making is, damn, as far as the harmony and harmonizing shit and singing, hood nigga always felt like, especially with the little hood engineers, they'll tell you, man, that shit sound awful. I'm talking about before auto tune, when niggas had to really sing with their voice and wasn't trying to do no Roger Zaps type shit. So it was like we just felt insecure about singing. With that said, looking at this versus competition, it brought me to a time where I was used to be like singing this Pretty Rican shit like a mother. One thing I love about Pretty Rican, I never been no hater when it came to no boys because I was put on by a very special female, and I just had nothing but great times and great memories of that era with different women. So with that said, before I end this chat and give the commentary on the verses, and I might add some other stuff to it, I want to give a dedication to this song I used to sing on the phone with different chicks. I used to be like, I'm gonna make some ugly ass faces and I can't say for shit. But I've heard I can carry a note, so fuck it, why not? Go like this. Hold up. Hold up. Let me sit off for this shit. Up and down we go, like the sunlight and the moonlight. Can I get you right? Round and round we go. That good love, that butter love. Up and down we go, like a seesaw. I love it when she ride it. Hey, hey, hey. Don't tell me no. Don't tell me no. Oh, oh. And nigga, I used to be doing that, like singing that little piece, the little chicks back in the day. Once again, so I'm gonna take a break. It's a daddy break because apparently my baby don't like all my attention when I ain't on the phone. But when I'm on the phone, it's a competition of who can get his daddy's attention. So apparently I gotta take a break. Anyway, y'all take care, man. I'll be back in whenever. Halftime break, man. Maybe I'll be back after 10:30, catch 10 o'clock news, and spend the rest of this time getting my toes bent by somebody trying to break my toes. A smelly belly.